Welcome to Let's Talk CXC. A lot of persons have been asking, where is Mr. Wilson? I haven't seen Mr. Wilson for a while. Well, like I've always said, sometimes work have me out there doing a lot of stuff. So because of those engagements, I'm not able to be with you. Of course, I am having an ongoing issue with the telecommunication provider, and that's of course one of our major provider in the island. Usually you'd see me online, but I'm not really blogging from home, so to speak. But I am always online. Now, I want to talk a little bit about CXC. And I came online now before the show because I realized that there are some persons who are really concerned. There are some persons who are really caring, and I do appreciate that. I have been getting a lot of messages. Mr. Wilson, are you fine? We haven't been seeing you. That type of a thing, and I really embrace those type of stuff. But I want to talk a little bit about CXC today, right? Before we get into that 40 question marathon that comes up at 5:05. Now, I got some message on my phone. I was doing a production for school earlier, prize giving, and after that, I got some messages on my phone. For those persons who are in Jamaica, or for those persons who believe in prayer and that sort of a thing, I want to share this with you first. It is from our local teachers union, so to speak, the Jamaica Teachers Association, Jamaica. All right. It says that they are having a national time of prayer. The theme, Christ the answer for crisis. And of course, they are going to be having their keynote speaker being the Reverend Dr. Stennett Davis. And then there will be the team there from Gospel JA. The guest artist there will be Jermaine Edwards. And this comes up on Saturday, May 29th at 9:30 a.m. Persons might be wondering how I can get to be a part of this prayer celebration, this worship. I'm seeing here something for a YouTube ID that says 880-8526-8548. And the passcode is going to be 069732. Now, if you're on Facebook, they are pretty much on Facebook as well. And it is, of course, Jamaica Teachers 1964. So you could just pretty much log on to this concert, this prior session, be it your teacher or students. A JTA really represent teachers. So I'm sure that a lot of teachers will be tapping into this one to be renewed, to be refreshed, to be revitalized, and of course, to get on the mark to go again. Yes, we're expecting some news out of CXC today. And of course, those news, they are on my phone as I speak, and I'll be sharing that with you. Now, remember to like, share, and of course, subscribe. That is what keeps us going. When you like, share, and of course, subscribe, and hit that notification bell and select all. It is the only way that you are going to genuinely follow Mr. Wilson. Because like now, I could come on with my session 10 minutes to success, and you might not see it because I'm using a different thumbnail. But if you were supposed to hit that like button and select all, the bell, click the subscription bell and select all, you'll be here able to find me and follow me at all time. Before I get into that document from CXC, I want to share with you a book. And this is the book. It is on Amazon. I do hope that you can see it well. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the author as we go through the program. The book is titled Meditate, and it is on Amazon. It says that it is the real art and science of being balanced. The book is written by a Jamaican. His name is Zafia Beckford. He's an air traffic controller, and he's also a lawyer. He pretty much resides in England, but he's in Jamaica now. And I caught up with him just to ask him some question. As I know a little bit about his upbringing, he grew up pretty much in between the parishes of Portland and St. Thomas in Jamaica. And for those persons who know the Drunk Mountain in Jamaica, his home would be perched precariously, so to speak, on the side of that mountain, where he would move between his father and his mom, between the parish of St. Thomas and Portland. And it is sad to say, or good to say, that as a child, his area to study was in a cemetery. Yeah, he did CXC back in the 90s. And I caught up with him and asked him a couple of questions. And I had to share, I decided I would share that with you. And why I'm going to be sharing it with you, because in the 90s, it wasn't the technology revolution era. It wasn't the days that we had computer. We used to have some computer monochrome, pink and green screen where you play Pac-Man and that, and only the brighter students could use it. Now, like me, probably wouldn't get a use of that computer, so only the brighter students could use those. Back in those days, we had encyclopedias in library. There wasn't any Google at that time for us to search and get answers very quickly. There wasn't any YouTube to pop on and find out what is popping in education with Mr. Wilson. Now, Zafia Beckford was a student of Happy Grove High School out there in Portland. Happy Grove is perched between Long Road and Hector's River in Portland, pretty much right beside the sea. Fear grows the palm growth up out there school. If you are from Happy Grove, just help me sing that song. So he went to Happy Grove, and he was probably the first student to have ever left the school with 8 subjects with one profile. It has never been heard of before. So having left school in the 90s with that one profile, and I saw him over the weekend, I had to sit with him and ask him, what was the key to your success? A poor rural boy moving from one district to another, from one parish to another, had to walk to school. There was no electricity, there was no running water. How is it that you were able to get all one profile in the 90s when we had no internet? He joked it out. He said to me, the secret is in the cemetery. I think the duppy in the cemetery, they helped me. That's exactly what he said to me, because I had to sit on a grave because I really didn't have the facility inside the house to sit. And during the night, I would have to use a torch and that type of a thing. So he said that he sat in the cemetery and he would have studied in the cemetery. But there was something that stood out in what he said in this long interview I had with him. I'll share it with you some other time. He said, there is no real success as to a one profile unless you complete the syllabus. So you are going to the exam and some schools are sending you off early. Some persons are studying to the middle of the syllabus and stop. If you are going for that one, he said, that one profile, you must complete the entire syllabus. Don't listen to what other persons say. Don't talk anything about multiple choice or paper 2. Talk about passing the exams to survive. So I'll leave you with the book. You could go over there on Amazon and you could purchase the book. The life story of this gentleman is in the book. His exploit as an air traffic controller. He was responsible for clearing Air Force One when it landed in Jamaica. When Barack Obama came here, he was the air traffic controller responsible for that. And as I said, he's a practicing attorney. And of course, he thinks that medication is a key thing to success. And he also told me that you will not get that straight one unless you complete the syllabus. Another thing he said, you must burn the night oil. So let's get into what CXC has to say, because we have to opt out and come back in at 5:05 for our show, 40 question marathon. So I got this thing from CXC, and if it is authentic, it is something that students are always asking. If Mr. Wilson publish it, it is authentic. I make sure I do my research before I publish anything from CXC. And if I don't know, I say I think or might be, but if I say it's factual, it's factual. So I say the press conference for May 26th, these are some of the things out of CXC. It says CXC will deliver all papers in its original format, example paper 1, 2, and 3. And the original format speaks to hard copy. Examination is, of course, delayed, pushed back for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So you have 2 extra weeks. It also says here that exams are now due to start Thursday, June 20th. That's 2021. So your first exam is going to be on June 20th. That's, of course, 2021. The results will be released in the last week of September to the first week of October. So you're going to be getting your results there in the last week of September, going over into October. Another thing that it says here that might be nice for a lot of students is that deferral deadline has been extended to May 31st, 2021. It also says that the deadline for SBA submission is also extended to June 30th, 2021. Now, the exam being pushed back, I don't know if it is good or bad for some persons because I really don't know how you're studying. I don't know what you've covered or not covered with your teacher. But this is pretty much the latest news out of CXC. It is not yet on their website. So if you go to the website, you're not going to be seeing it. However, along with this thing, there's also on a local news network here called Jamaican News Network, JNN. I think it's called, I'm sorry, it's not JNN. It is Nationwide News Network. So it's NNN. You see, because JNN had me on their station some time ago, it's all stuck in my head. I mean, they're right here, so I say JNN, but it's not JNN this time. It's Nationwide News Network. They have the extract from CXC on their website. You probably want to go over to Nationwide News Network and look at it. It's a local station. It said that this is, of course, the changes by CXC is pretty much provoked by a number of external bodies that would have made their representation. And this would have been your regional bodies to include your student bodies, your Ministry of Educations, your probably PTA, teacher representation, that type of a thing. So a whole lot of representations would have been made, and I hope that these representations having been made, you are making use of the time. I personally don't think that you should differ. I personally don't. I really don't know what your circumstances are, but I don't think that you should differ. Another thing, if you are going to differ, make sure you do a good SBA and submit it this year. In Jamaica, we have a folk saying to say that a bird in the hand is better than two in the bushes, right? So you want to ensure that you have that in your bags before you differ. So let me see what's been said here. I haven't even said good evening to a lot of persons. I usually hail up everybody in the room. I'm going to hail up everybody, and then I think I have to make my leave out of here very, very quickly because we're not going to be, there was no plan for us to be here for very long because I'm going to meet you again at 5:05 this evening when I'll be looking at 40 multiple choice for biology and HSB to get you exam ready. All right. So let me look at what's been said in the room. I'm going to start from the bottom. Should I start? Probably I should start from the top. All right. So Jay, yes, big up yourself, Jay. That's Jamaican. Even sir, big up yourself, Samantha. Gray, big up yourself. That's my friends out of Guyana. Good evening. Campbell, good evening. Hales, good evening. Bradway, good evening. Jawawan, big up yourself. Hales, good evening. Simpson, good evening. Jones, good evening. I don't know if it's Cardis, but I usually call her Cheryl. Good evening. And I'm seeing, is it English Birth? Good evening. Seeing you for the first time. I hope that those persons who are here for the first time go on over and subscribe. To subscribe, you just need to go below this video to the left and no, go below the video and you'll see a little red thing that says subscribe. And when you subscribe, you want to click the notification bell beside and select all that you can follow me and know exactly what's happening, the breaking news. So we continue down and I am seeing where I was. I said Simpson, I said Ale Jones. All right. Macmillan, big up yourself, Macmillan. Audrey, yes. Jervie, Jarvie, Gregory Jarvie, big up yourself, Gregory. All right, we're happy to have you guys. I'm seeing some of these persons for the first time, but I'm loving you guys. I'm happy you're here, and I want you to really subscribe and stay with us and share the good news with your classmates. Have them come on over so we'll have a grand time. Macmillan is always here, yes, sir. 28 as well. All right. Hello, I'm seeing Cough. I don't know if it's Cough or Coffee. Hello, sir. Big up yourself. I'm seeing you for the first time. A lot of persons here I'm seeing for the first time, but I'm really happy you are here. And I'm even going to be even happier when you subscribe and hit that notification bell and join us at 5:05 this evening on a Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. I'm trying my best to be with you. I'm having like 2 shows today because I haven't seen you for a long time and I really miss you guys. All right. Zariel, I'm seeing you for the first time probably. Welcome to the show. Sir, can you do like a little crash course based on the different topic CXC is bringing stress? Oh my, oh sure, I love to do that. Which other subject? HSB biology. Would love to do that. And guys, please be reminded, we are going to be offering a paid course come September. We're still going to do this free thing, but we're going to be having an online school. So your review is very, very important. Leave us a nice comment to tell us that we are good or we're not good. We need to strengthen something or something. All right. So leave us some remarks when you watch the videos so that other persons can pretty much make a judgment. So a long time. Yeah, it's been a while, Jawawan. Yeah, I tell you, it's been a while. Silveria, good evening. Big up yourself. Welcome to the show. Good evening, sir. Yes, big up yourself. JJ, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Jones, whoa. Tree. I'm not too sure if I can read that or what is being said there. Coffee, yes, I am here for the first time. Great. You are among the brightest students across the Caribbean. Trust me. They up from one class to another in the Caribbean. I know because YouTube tell me where they go. All right. So you're here and you can ask questions. You can talk to the persons in the group. This is a very empathetic group where persons are really concerned about each other. It's a group where everybody share. I've never ever seen anybody attack anybody in this room. Not that they can. Not that they can, because we're here to learn, and there's no learning without mistakes. All right. So if we don't have any mistake here, we don't need to be here. All right. Some persons here will not know. Some persons will know, and that sort of a thing. And when you join me at 5:05, come with your textbooks because I'm not going to be pushing everything in your mouth. It's going to be more student centered. I'm going to give you the questions. I'm going to tell you where in the book you can find the answers and that type of a thing. And we're going to have an interactive session. Now, it doesn't really matter whether you're wrong or right. What matters is that at the end of the session, you know what the right answer should have been. So that comes up at 5:05. Let me hope that I'm not leaving out anybody. Yes, you're here for the first time. This is my third live. Love your content. Great. I'm very happy. Thank you very much, Jay. Zariel, no, sir. I'm usually here. Lol. I'm very sorry. All right. But you know that I love the fact that you're always here. All right. Any info on HSB exam date? All right. The truth is, what we know is that the exams would have been pushed back. I don't think that CXC is going to like change the date. If you were supposed to look at the publication that we have made, except that the exam pushing it back for 2 weeks. If the exam falls on a Sunday or a Saturday, of course you're not going to have it on a Sunday or Saturday. But I don't know that we have seen a timetable has been published. And as soon as that is available, if it becomes available, we are going to be publishing it, so you will know. That's what we talk about here, biology HSP. All right, so let us go down and see what other persons are saying. I was just saying that there are three. Okay. I see. I see. All right. Halia. So that's Jawawan now, sir. So they might push back the date for HSB exam. If it is 2 weeks, if exam is pushed back for 2 weeks, all the exams will be pushed back. It's not just the date of the exam that has been pushed back, it's that everything has been pushed back. Let us shove them back. So SBA shoved back. Exams shoved back. Deferral also pushed back. So everything, you have some more time to study, you have some more time to do. I hope you guys didn't buy any plane ticket and say that you're leaving, because the uncertainty that surrounds CXC, you really want to get that out of the way before you go. All right, so HSB, of course, will be pushed back. All your exams will be pushed back. All right, so let me sit down here. How does everyone feel about the delay? All right, that's a nice question from Jay. She's asking, uh, uh, how is it that you feel about the exam? I don't know. You can just share how you feel. Okay, sir, I really need help. All right, it happens every now and then, but I can tell you that we would have covered the entire, well, most of the syllabus. On our live, the lives are numbered from volume 1 up to volume 61. Volume 61 comes up this evening, and we are going to be doing a whole lot of worksheet on the last part of the syllabus to ensure that you have that lock. So don't worry yourself. Just go and watch a live, talk to persons here, link up with a friend or two, and you should be fine. All right, so good. All right, hello to everyone. All right, so a lot of new persons here today. Welcome to the show. There are senior students here who are always here, like Jawawan and my friends Tanisha out of Guyana and Macmillan, and then so many persons. I really don't want to start calling names and get into trouble, but there are some persons who are always with Mr. Wilson. All right, so let me see what's happening here. But sir, the HSB paper 2 is the 30th of June. But if the exams would have been pushed back, then the date will change. So I'm going to be following this. And if I don't come on, I will send it out as a post. So if you subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, every time I send a post, you will get it. So there are persons who know that I'm having some problem with the internet service provider. Why? Because I sent it out in a post. And if you have subscribed and click the notification bell and select all, then everything that I say on YouTube, you will know. All right. Cool. So no, most likely I'll be in the same order. Most likely it'll be in the same order for the first subject, from the first subject to the last. More than likely, yes. Okay, nice, great. Sir, how far is it pushed back? All right, just remind me, I think I said that the exam will start now on the 28th. Just let me just check again. Just let me make sure. I want to read. I don't want to act as if my brain is as sharp as yours, because it is not. So let me read it. For those persons who are coming in late, just let me read the bulletin from CXC. All right, so this bulletin was released today as was promised. It is not on the CXC website as yet. So let me tell you what it says. It says CXC will deliver all papers in its original format. Example, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, and what that means is hard copy. Examinations delayed by 2 weeks, so the exams will be pushed back. Then exams are now due to start Thursday, June 28th. Great. So results to be released in the last week of September to the first week of October. Deferral, that's also pushback, extended to May 31st. And the deadline for SBA submission is, of course, June 30th, 2021. Everybody here should get an A for SBA because I have done all of them on my channel. Every single one I've done. I've worked them. I've given you mark scheme. I've given you the CSEC mark scheme. I have given you the skills. I have done everything with labs. I am like really, really good at labs. All right. So nobody here should fail labs. If whether you are doing paper 3 or you are doing the SBA, if you are doing paper 3, go and watch experiments, mash up the lab. Go and watch the skills, mash up the paper 3. All right. So here we say, will the topics change? Okay, let me see where the last thing I read. Okay. Okay, nice. Sir, okay, great. Will the topics change for HSB? I don't think that they're going to change any topic. I didn't see anything about that. I doubt it. Sir, remember me. I will be here straight until CXC exam. I remember everyone, and I have my assistant who is in the back end, and she knows everyone. When you are not at class, she said, Mr. Wilson. Jawawan was not here today. Amoy was not here today. Macmillan was not here today. That type of a thing, she knows everyone. All right. And she knows even which country you're from. All right. Or which island you're from. She knows everyone. All right. So let me see now. It's in the community section of his page. All right, great. So they can tell you more about it. I don't know a lot of things. All right. Hi, sir. They said they are changing the topics. Hi, sir. They said they are changing the topics they release. How true is that? I've never heard that before. I've never heard that before. I spoke to the exam coordinator at school yesterday. He told me that it would have been released today. I don't know that topics are going to be changed. But what if the topics change? It seriously doesn't matter because all the topics will be on the multiple choice paper. So are you going to study for the multiple choice paper and dump the information for paper two? Just go out and study for everything. Don't get carried away by topics because CXC didn't take up the harder topic. They take up the little short ones. So don't worry yourself about topics and topics. Don't get caught in that. Just get caught in completing the entire syllabus, right? And that is the last thing I'm going to talk about before I leave. Oops, you take away my time. I'm here more than I thought I would have been. All right, so they also said they will be reviewing the broad topics as well, right? I'm not too sure on that. All right, the 28th of June is Monday, unless my phone is wrong. I really don't know. No, which month are we in? We're not in June yet. We're in May now. May, June. We're in May now. All right, sir, I really need help on the graph. All right, we're going to treat with that. I'm going to treat with that by next week. I give you my word. We're going to treat with that Friday, Sunday. I could treat with that on Sunday. Sir, I read. Okay, great. What do you think will come in paper 3 for the broad topics of the I? The truth is, I've only seen one paper 3. If you could send me a series of paper 3 or send me some past papers, being that you have interest in paper 3, then I could make a prediction. But I've only seen one. I only have one. All right, and we're going to look at some questions from that one today. All right. The last thing here, and then I'm going to make my leave, and you join me again at 5:05 while I go and come back. All right. Sir, I'm studying for the multiple choice by going over a decade of papers. What paper is that? HSB? Oh, if you say paper 3, then it's biology. All right, great. Make sure that you are pretty familiar with the most recent paper, the most recent as in 5 years. But it's good to go deep because what you're going to realize is that there's a lot of questions that are repeating. And after you pick that trend up, make sure that you understand why the answer is what it is, and not that A is the answer for question number 1 or B is the answer for question number 2, because there's a lot of students who study like that. So I'm going to see you in a bit. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm going to see you at 5:05. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and grab all your friends to come over at 5:05, where we're not going to be doing notes this evening. You'll have to come with your textbook and something to write, as you are going to help me to answer 40 questions for biology and HSB. It promises to be an interactive session, probably a little more fun-filled than before. We call it marathon. Good evening. See you later. All right? Great. 5:05 that is, and that is just minutes away. That's like 9 minutes away. So you would have seen the live, the thumbnail for the live. It comes up in 9 minutes. So get yourself some water and come back in 9 minutes. 5:05, the thumbnail is out there. We get started that time.